readjust your aim, which is kind of sad, but
That is, yeah, that's true. Man, that is a good looking gun, I gotta say.
yeah.
There's
Ooh,
Spy Leader with a nice shot onto Percy, and wow, Sententia is you know, in for the double eco. So
yeah, that two for
yeah, that hurt. That was a what was it, round 5 ended up being a 3-for-1 right there.
I wonder what they're doing with the long control here. So they
They did play
took
too.
it, they
They've just
swapped the
died.
bomb out. Yeah, no, I wonder what E-Frag's doing with it. They got it.
Chilling.
Definitely. They're all really far back. One spotted at mid. Outside the doors, they could just isolate him, get this kill.
See what Colin's
Coleman
got.
decided to run up, yeah.
It's actually funny that he was running at him with a USP, and for some reason Bubble has one on the T side as well, and then he just beats him with it. Got pistol whipped there at the top of mid. Spy Leader now starting to creep up, but he's kind of by himself. He gets over to Carr. They're still keeping 3 people hanging back for that long control. Especially, I'm sure they're waiting for Maxaki, who does connect on that first shot. Spy Leader from up above will take him down, so no one has died yet. Reeston is on catwalk. Spy Leader up on those boxes. Wasn't a good spot for a second, but will now just roll back to long. And looks like Percy's got one of these as well that Victor is holding. The golden coil. Really makes me want to eat Chinese food. About to order some.
Let's take a look at this. Are your textures a little bit blurry? I don't know if it's like is the
What
first
settings
of all
do
that
you
snake looks like a plant. I don't have high shader. Do you have high shaders on?
Yeah, I'm on high.
Huh. I feel like some other setting, like my LOD bytes or something like that. But
I think just textures and shaders do the guns, right? That snake does look kind of weird, though. It's not like...
it looks like a plant.
Yeah, kind of. Like a piranha plant. No, not really like the piranha plant, but...
Fierce plant.
Well, here we
Well,
go.
anyways.
CTs finally have guns again, so...
Yeah, eating that loss there. Here's the long control. They're gonna have it, and it's not really a matter of like who's gonna take longer at the beginning. It's like, yeah, how long are you gonna hang on to it, and what are E-Frag gonna do? And it looks like flash out mid control, perfect thing to take here.
Nice flash. Victor was already kind of pushed up and turned around, and I think, Colin, he's kind of lucky he didn't extend himself out any further. And even still, he turns around to tend to B, and there are still more terrorists out towards middle. But it may not matter yet. Sententia Mortis keep themselves at the 4-on-2 advantage. Another flash bubble. Are you kidding me? Full blind, and just shoots. Gets him. Had kind of lined up the shot prior to that flash going off, but even still, that's something that'll put a player in the position. Whoever that was on the catwalk, they've got to be really upset right now. Like, visibly upset.
Oh, Bubble actually saw one going up cat. Is someone gonna peek the door on him? Because if not, he's gonna be able to go to A. Now this is a real mind game because he knows there's another player. He obviously doesn't assume the other one's at A because this one was rotating back. So where does he think the cat player went? It looks like he understands. Wow, just planning on top of the box. What OG.
Yo, Bubble's not scared.
Unbelievable. If he didn't plant right in the middle of the box, you're able to defuse from standing behind single box. But wow, I can't believe he actually went for that plant.
He was daring the CTs to peek out and pop his bubble, but they weren't able to do so. Now Bubble, he's about to live the hashtag
Long range Galil.
yeah, hashtag long range Galil.
He doesn't.
And he will pull out a nade instead. That doesn't work out.
You know,
is
I
this
don't think
defuse happening. Yeah, it is.
I don't think he needed to run all the way up. I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's not like 1.6, right? You can't defuse through the side of the box anymore. He either has to stand at the edge to be visible or go right on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that should have set up an easy smoke spray down.
Yeah, I think that was kind of his only option too, because like there was another player, so he's obviously gonna watch long. But wow, I'm just like kind of in awe that he went for that plant after seeing someone go up on Xbox. It was really smart of him to know that someone was just gonna go up there and hold cap. I guess just to watch mid, which makes sense.
Can kind of play against like the fear of your opponents too, right? E-Frag coming into this sort of as the favorites. Bubbles thinking, you know what, they're going to be taking it slow, trying to group up and retake this together. Maybe capitalizing on that a little bit. Although things not going incredibly well for E-Frag as of right now, and Percy with a Nice little grenade. He'll blow that AK back closer to him and swap out. Shout out to Death Prophet sticker as well. That's from Victor, though. So that's actually Victor who gets that shout out, not you, Percy. 3-on-2. Spy Leader and Bubble have worked themselves off of the catwalk. And it will go 1-for-1, leaving Spy Leader now in a 1 versus 2. Percy, we can see him here, and you can see Maxaki rotating through CT, but he will not be needed.
Look at Percy's picture. It's
Yeah, I
just,
thought it was Big Bird for like 4 rounds, and then I realized it's like an emoji,
it's an emoji pointing
at his eyes.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. I mean, that's not what you want to see on the when you die, as being a picture of the person that killed you. But yeah, that
Threatening you even further. Oh!
Whoa. All right, so they sent 2 people to B early, so that means they could do something with this if they wanted to, but it looks like they didn't have enough and no bombs, so instead they'll split up into a default. 5v4. Nate comes up mid. Percy's going to be pushing up close.
I like that. See that boost off the right side of middle, or yeah, I guess from the terrace perspective, off the right side of middle. It's pretty nice. You don't see that as much anymore in CSGO. That's something that was like almost bread and butter back in previous versions of Counter-Strike. Before that, the palm tree and then now the barrels were there. And always doing that boost and working off your teammate's head. But on this round, Bubble starts things off with a shot through the doors, hitting someone in the head, so he gets the kill, finds another one at mid that's on a trade, and now Victor and NKL are just fighting their way up long, killing everything in their path. Looks like Spy Leader will be the only death on the round, and it will stay neck and neck. It's tied up 5-5.
That's why long is so dangerous. I mean, again, they can play it early, but it's if they don't stay there, if they're not at long when the terrorists want to take it, that's the really difficult part. And then if you can condition a team into playing that 3-1-1 or making sure they always have like 1 or 2 people along, then hitting mid to B really quickly can work out really well as well. That's like kind of the meta for me. Like, hitting B is not that great. Like, I prefer to go there versus ecos, because at A there's just so many spots where you can like sit and like jump scout or stand behind a box and wait for them to come up. Holding cat is really easy. And you're just obviously sitting back and waiting for kills to come to them. E-Frag really securing rounds here.
Yeah, I think we definitely expect E-Frag to win on their T side, probably like 8-7, 9-6, winning on the T side.
Yeah.
And against, a lot of teams at this level, you'd expect them to get even more. So the fact that Sententia Mortis are keeping it pretty neck and neck, at least up until this point, they do still have to be careful that this doesn't just slip away and become maybe a 10-5. Money is not so good here. Percy will invest in the op. Other players like Reeston were only on, low 3Ks. So that's a FAMAS coming out. We do see a now cheaper A1S with nades and the A4.
Half armor, Yazar, no armor.
No armor, so that glass op coming out. Spread out.
This is E-Frag straight up default. I wonder if they're going to try to hit long again. Sententia obviously giving it a lot of attention. Making so much noise. They're going to know that people have been here. But late in the round, you don't play 3 long. That's the thing. So if you waited out long enough,
kind
you
of
can
just
always
expect
go there.
One in the pit, maybe on the corner.
And he just has to get 1 or 2 kills and have help from Carr. But yeah, here's a 2-on-2. This is kind of that A setup. A lot of pressure on Yazar to get a frag.
Yeah, they're working onto that A site pretty heavily. A big set execution right now. No one's even playing it. Yazar was pushed out, kind of helping with long, opping towards Carr, where you often see that opper. Yazar and Reeson are each good for 1, though. Player at pit, Percy working up, will go down without making his mark on the round. So A-Site is given up right now to the terrorist. Bomb, however, over at long. And there's still a bit of an awkward battle here going through the smoke, and it becomes more awkward as Reeston pokes through with that barrel to FAMAS, only to be no-scopes. Colin gets Spy Leader. As Bubble, there he goes, crossing. Will bring the bomb into the A-Site, and it's going to be a 2-on-2. Not quite planting for a default. This is a good plant spot to avoid the pesky jumping accuracy of some of these CT guns. I think that would be the reason, but a flash going in. Colin out of ammo. And now they will work up together. Will they be able to outpeak these terrorists? It looks like they will do just that. Unless the pistol, the P250, running out of ammunition. There is no kit, but I think Maxaki got here in time.
Oh boy, that was very close. But I thought Sententia Mortis actually did a really good job of adjusting to the A hit there. Like Yazar was posted up at Game Helper watching Cat, and then as soon as stuff started coming over Cat, he rotated over towards Long to help his teammate. They had some kind of crossfire. They actually traded up pretty favorably in that situation and managed to get the bomb down. And they called for a rotate from Percy to come up to Game Helper. Game Help put them in a 3-on-1, and it wasn't a fake from E-Frag, so it was right rotate. And I thought it worked out pretty well. Like Site can be really hard to hold, and that was a full-on A split, and I think they traded up pretty favorably.
Yeah, considering they only had 2 at A, right? They were going for a 2-1-2 setup, so the long held pretty well. Even with Percy, Percy was the man in CT spawn for Sententia, and he was unable to get a kill rotating over. And at that point, you're thinking, maybe this is game over. But since the bomb was held at long for so long, it gave time for a even 2-on-2, and Sententia were able to win out and have that retake. E-Frag, though, still rich, still actually much better off than the CTs in terms of weaponry, and they will then turn their focus onto that other bomb site on this map. I think it starts with a B. Might also end with 1. Does that count? Does it start and end with a B? Is that allowed?
I'll let it pass. Okay, whoa, there's Reeston seeing an op here, but...
Yeah, 1-on-5 and being flanked already. So not even a chance if he kills this op to maybe save it, and he'll just go down from Victor.
That was, I mean, they hit B really hard there, and even though they didn't win their last round at A, they just had a solid take in the site, and they sent one late up Cat to make sure they got a flank. Literally no one died from E-Frag. It was just a flawless round. Sententia Mortis now have... I'm just counting like ecos here. Are buying up actually.
I've had a lot though. Remember the double early on?
I think there was like a total of 4 or something.
That does sound about right. We probably missed one as well. For reasons. For Reestons. Got him. 3-on-2. Force buy was actually... Well, okay, not super devastating. Neither Reeston nor Maxaki were able to get a rifle in their hands, and maybe the Deagle still has a chance, but the Deagle is over at B. Reeston now alone with a decoy. Maybe he can try to use that to his advantage as a fake flash or something to get one more, but with 3 people and E-Frag working up long together, you don't really expect Reeston to be able to make any sick plays here.
He's got to win this round.
Yeah, Reeston, it's all onto you. All of our hopes. He will get one, and that's because they send the bomb in alone, but NKL is there and able to trade, so falling now all the responsibility on Maxaki's shoulders with that 1D. It can be a bit random sometimes. We'll spot the head of NKL, and hearing that Deagle, he will crouch, try to throw a nade. Molotov coming his way, turning up the heat. Maxaki does get that as he's pushing forward, tries to take a shot to grab Bubble, but Bubble retreating and, of course, running out the other way. Oh my gosh, that was not an easy op shot. I'm surprised that one wasn't a headshot.
Yeah, but Chemo peaked at the right moment. I think it was Mixaki fully expecting that he would be allowed to tap the bomb at least before a peak came out, and that's kind of the surprise that you need to, or the element of surprise that you needed to take advantage of there. So, oh, there's a nade cross, but I guess he's peeking the door. Yeah. Now I guess they decided to buy. They decided to buy like full buy last round because they weren't going to get a great buy this round. I'm assuming that's why they bought.
Yeah, I guess. Just go for 2 force buys instead of 1 save and 1 rifle.
Or 1 save and 1 terrible rifle.
Yeah, if you add the probabilities together. Well, I guess you don't really just straight up add probability, but you get what I'm saying. This probably gives them better odds, honestly. You would be multiplying, though, just to make sure everyone understands.
Force buy is very winnable, and like really horrible, like almost half armor buys. I don't know.
Oh, like those jumping hitboxes, though.
Where?
Yo, Victor's about to get his colon clean. Is that too visual? Seriously though, if you're over 40 and watching this, don't skip out on colonoscopies.
Or enemas. Same thing.
No. Maybe one might precede the other, but not strictly necessary. Anyways, those are health tips from Helium and Launders. It's a new thing. We're doing health tips now. Exercise, 40 minutes a day, 4 days a week, at least.
Yeah, helium is actually the exercise where a doctor blows
Wait,
air.
what? My exercise is I turn my sensitivity really far down, so I have to move my arm a little bit more, and then I just kind of say that, yeah, that was pretty tough. It's tough playing Counter-Strike.
So when you play matchmaking and you bottom fray, you can be like, oh, my shoulder's sore.
Yeah, my back literally hurts. Not from carrying, just, you know, 1 DPI and 1 sensitivity. As 6-9 half, I mean, not really too surprised to see E-Frag in front and having started on the T side, but this could be close. We have seen E-Frag CT side. You know, if they get off to a rocky start in these eco rounds, maybe a force buy from Sententia works, they can quickly fall apart.
I rate this app 69 out of 420.
16 out of 420. Those are not. It's not a good rating.
69.
It's a good rating
69.
system, but it's not a good rating.
Mm-hmm. Well, all rating systems are flawed, so that's fine with me. And yeah, it's not. I think it is actually up to E-Frag to win this round. To make sure that Dust 2 isn't close and that your prediction is wrong.
Ah, I see what you're saying. You're working against me now.
Wow, just the spam.
Oh, this is a B push. Look at Dreamer from the doors. The B double doors pushing in, finding one, able to fall back. Will be smoked off. Looks like the bomb might go down, and you know, win or lose from this point, it won't be a bad effort on the pistol from Sententia. It'll put him in a good position to get those rifles up. Percy with the Glock lurking in the shadows over here in the B tunnels. Does get one. Spy Leader trades him out. Bubble gets Yazar from within the site, so leaving out only Reaston and Colin. Colin out in the site behind that double stack, trying to find a 1v1 here. I guess he sort of gets it. And now he is left in a 1v1. It's just Spy Leader versus Colin. And the Glock in close range, switching back and forth between the burst, and it'll work out, man.
Yo, what a round.
You can see he was pumped afterwards with that mouse
yeah,
movement.
he got Spy Leader to turn around from his decoy as well.
Oh, is that why he turned?
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering about that.
Yeah, he bounced one off of the top of the double stack. I don't think it would do anything, but ended up, yeah.
Yeah, it must. He must have been confused. Like, thought there was maybe 2 alive. Here's another set of like Glocks from the closet, and then freaked out for a second.
That was a nice round. Oh, yeah, and recent opening up this round, but at the cost of 96 HP. Now, typically taking A, in my opinion, is like really, really risky. But you can't just go B. That wouldn't make sense because that would warrant stack Bs every single round. So
yeah,
sometimes going A makes sense. Now they have long control. That is a little bit of peace of mind. Percy does go down, and they are kind of hurt. The health advantage is
yeah, got an AK from that
way,
too.
right now.
So this force buy from the CTs has worked out. Dreamers got Kevlar and an AK. Spy Leader continuing to get frags with the CZ from behind the sight boxes. And another! It's just, he's playing whack-a-mole right now. And there's Dreamer chiming in with the AK that they had stolen with the kill on the Xbox. It was actually NKL who got it. And now here's Colin. Is he about to step up and win another round for his team? He will get the bomb. He'll plant it, at least an extra 800 coming in. Again, planting to avoid the... I mean, in this case, you really are avoiding that jumping gun. He's got a scout. And that will make things much harder from this point. Those hitboxes have been changed. Those shots are now easy to land. And Bubble, as a jump scouter, gets shot. And, I don't know, might have went to hell. I think that's a fine place for jump scouters, to be honest.
A little harsh there, Helium.
I'm sorry, I'm just laying it on thick today.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful to see. Just someone actually dying where you aim.
Imagine that, right? First-person shooter, people dying where you aim.
Whoa!
14 points for Colin. Let's go.
Integral in these past few rounds. I mean, that's obviously not. I mean, he basically stole both those kills, as someone else is responsible for half the ADR.
Nah.
But it's only for the KPR, man. That's the only thing that matters. You're right. I'm wrong.
Exactly. Victor, last one up with a tall order. Best case, finds a straggler, picks him off. Yeah, okay, best case, 1v5 ace, defuse. Realistic best case, kills a guy, finds an AK, but he can't even get that. Does kill a guy, though.
So that was best case by Helium
That was
standards.
like medium case. Average case. I'll give him average case.
You're an average case.
I probably am. That's why,
All right, see this 3 silenced M4s, so we got 3 smart players on this team.
I think a 3-2 or 2-3 mix of M4s I think is nice now.
Yeah, that actually makes sense, except for when your A4 guys have to drop.
I mean, yeah,
That's
all
not
right,
cool.
that's maybe one problem. But
Bubble?
I agree with the change. A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, why'd they nerf it? It came out of
No, I agree with you
nowhere."
too.
But I mean, when 80% of the scene was more than that, right? It had to be like 90% is using the A1S. Like that's rigged. And
It
maybe
was
they
like-
were using it for not really the right reasons. It was maybe just a mental thing with the community, the hive mind. But
No, it's just like you have a better chance of getting 1 kill.
yeah, it was pretty
Right.
insane. I thought it was just like straight up way better.
Yeah, I think so too. I still think it's better. Like I think that one of the, like I've already told you this on Twitter, but like people switched to the A4 because the A1 got nerfed, but it's like they almost forgot the reason that they didn't use the A4 in the first place.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. Like this gun's still bad.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I still can't hit things. I thought they nerfed the A1. How come I can't hit things now?
So bomb planted in Sententia, man. They're doing exactly what I said might spell disaster for E-Frag. They've started out strong on their T side. I mean, as strong as they could have wanted, right? There's going to be 4 in a row. Winning the first rifle, that's going to put E-Frag's economy in a pretty precarious position, and we know what they do with that. You know, when they're on the edge of collapse, they just keep on getting themselves further into debt.
Keep on keeping on.
We could probably compare them to a country, but we're not going to. That'll be an at-home exercise for the viewer.
For all you philosophers out there.
Complete the reference.
Yeah, so Sententia, because E-Frag saved a couple of guns, which was huge for them. Like they almost won that eco round coming out of the pistol. And E-Fragger, losing man 5v4. Oh, lose a second man. Yezar with the repeat.
Swiftest up in Sweden.
And the whiftest off in
The Wiftest. I don't know if anyone's ever told you or us that we might be the best casters ever. As Dreamer is alone in B, trying to save, because again, the money for E-Frag is going to be in a tight spot. It'll be very, very important for him to hold on to this subpar M4.
Yeah, crucial picks. Is that someone from Game of Thrones in Yezar's picture? Or
I don't really watch Game of Thrones, but that would be my guess.
I don't even know. It's actually it looks like some Swedish, like she got the Swedish
Yeah, like
hair, I feel like.
the blonde pigtails. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
You stereotyping over there?
The Swedish, I don't know the difference. Blonde pigtails, yeah.
It's okay. A lot of North Americans actually don't. What a great place, America. 11-9. Sententia Mortis is winning here. If they win, aren't you also wrong?
That's also true, yeah.
Well, how does E-Frag just... All right. I mean, I guess at this point, they kind of finished that last round with most people dead. They had about 2K, that max bonus coming in, and that is a lot of money. So they are able to find another rifle round. Bubble even has an op with armor. And here they go. This might be what they need. They're going to get that first round. That will reset the economy, however. So important that they live. And they're looking like they might. Everyone's real healthy on the CT side. Not so much for Sententia Mortis.
They just cancel a B rush. That's not a good sign. Like, like they try to hit it straight up and then ate a lot of nades. Like they took so much damage on that take and also gave up a player. So now 4v5, they're pretty much playing offhand because they're not going with the strategy that they thought they were going to. Spy Leader also gets picked on Maxaki, and it's desperation time. They're coming up cat. 2 men remaining. Gazar though. Reeston though.
Uh-oh. Gonna get that bomb down as well. Victor is slowly creeping up. Dreamer coming from CT spawn. And it looks like, who is it? NKL will probably show up from Catwalk. This is exactly what's happening. It's a great retake. Op completely distracted by Cat. Victor's good for 2 and the defuse. So E-Frag getting on the board in the second half. First CT round coming out. And the money for Sententia will easily support another full rifle round.
Yeah, I think they had the opportunity to make that a little bit more expensive than it was, excuse me. But at the same time, Sententia got the plant, so they're going to be able to buy it, and they will even actually have some extra money. It looks like. I don't know if everyone's dropped here. I just want to make sure.
I don't think Colin bought yet. Sitting at $7,000 almost.
I mean, all these dollars.
NKL getting legged.
Oh, jeez. They don't really know that. Probably won't act on this information quite yet. But yeah, look at this full-on, like, make sure they're not going to be right away.
Comes that Xbox
2 players
smoke.
dedicated long.
So cat control has been taken. The Xbox smoke was thrown by Maxaki, but kind of not really even needed as Colin was already up. But I guess they want to make sure everyone is able to get up cat safely. Percy, meanwhile, will just jump out middle along with Yazar following him up. Hits the op shot. E-Frag are getting picked apart just as their losing bonus gets reset. They win a round, and then now they're left with a 2 versus 4 trying to retake. Both these guys have kits, but it's a M4 and an op, and they're already in a position before that bomb was even being planted to save.
Yeah, I'll be honest, most of my attention was at A that round, but I thought they were just testing the waters in mid B, ended up making 3 kills of it. Getting a plant down, obviously winning the round, only losing 1 member, and I think it looks like feel confident looking to hunt here. I think need to play to trade though, however, it's not going to be the easiest kills here at long.
I mean, it's a good setup. Oh, until that happens, Victor
really
goes for the peek when Bubble wouldn't even be able to help out. I thought if Bubble takes the attention, then your person on blue bin is almost guaranteed a kill.
Even if he doesn't peek, he's like, blue bin is like one of the
Almost
most
guaranteed
OP
one.
spots. Yeah. Rough life.
OPspots.com. I'm about to buy that domain right now if it's not already taken. So here comes, you know, the lackluster rifle buy and 5.7 even for E-Frag. They're a team that, I mean, they might just decide to force up as Yazar swift this up in Sweden connects before that smoke blooms, or maybe even just after, but he had spotted Dreamer. He hits the headshot. NKL at middle double doors will bring down Percy and Reeston to plant the bomb. 4-on-4. When you're retaking into this site, you've got kits, but you don't have a lot of utility. Might not matter as Bubble outside on that headshot box, able to peek in, bring down Reeston on the platform. 2 men pushing in from B for E-Frag. They'll find Yazar after the fact. And Bubble still trying to work. He's outside the Great Wall of Dust 2 here on this B site. Maxaki from the closet, though, spraying down 2 as they try to cross. All on Victor, and he's just chilling out.
These guys are looking like a serious team right now. I mean, exactly got 3 kills there. We've seen Colin be a huge factor in like some of the early rounds in this half that have gotten them basically the lead they have now. This game could be like close to over if not for the pistol, for saving them on the like the 1v3 on the pistol, the 1v2 on the second round, the double nade going to the third round. And then Maxaki getting a 3K there, Yazar getting entries, Percy getting 2 entries last round. These are huge rounds from every single one of their members on this team.
And the P250s come out, just P250s and even a flash on the spy leader, but with their money, like even that $300 is almost too much. And Reeson just shuts him down. That was the gun too. Victor had that FAMAS. He goes down early on. There's no chance. It's about to be another flawless. This will make it 14, and E-Frag for sure are going to buy in this next one as it's buy to win, but they're going to still be really broke. Their rifle round, it's not going to be strong. I think Sententia Mortis might have just won this game.
Yeah, I think they did the last round, like, slightly enough. I mean, that was actually a round that E-Frag could have won. Like, it was like, Maxaki got 3 kills from card, no one traded him, it was 4v2. They got all their picks on outside of the site, or tunnel control, they got the retake going on, and they didn't even manage to kill one of the 2 people in the site, which was supposed to be kind of the easy part. forward aggressive control, like having tunnels, you usually can guarantee the round. And if you lose that, means the opposite. But Sententia really earning these really crucial rounds. And in the first half, like consider how many eco rounds E-Frag were kind of gifted to them because they won crucial rounds themselves. If they hadn't won those, I mean, would this game even be close?
Yeah, whenever the half starts off with the CTs like getting 2 rounds and then they get upset by terrorists, it makes it so hard for the CT money to stabilize, and it creates the scenarios for those key rounds which E-Frag were able to win. And like you said, they got out of that half probably winning only like 5 rifle rounds.
That was the most YOLO play I've ever seen in my life. That was Coleman just running all the way up cat. I mean, he just ran all the way across just to get info. I think they were really counting on him to just try to get an opening pick. That was, I'm not gonna say a strange play, but it was highly risky. Now Percy, is getting flanked from top mid, and
this round's falling apart right now. It's honestly just M4s for E-Frag. They are getting their kills, and they definitely are good at that. Spy Leader now in the closet. He will go down. Can they turn? I was going to say, Dreamer coming through the window. Gets the first, and Reeston, I think after getting 2 kills, was out of ammunition. Had to reload, and is just shot down easily.
Yeah.
So E-Frag with an important round.
Yeah, now that the round's passed, I'm like, wondering
Nice
why Colin
spray
actually...
duel.
Yeah, it's like Colin runs up cat and like sprays a full clip into the ramp, and they both whiff at least.
So
like
he
20
means
duel.
he spelled duel wrong, but I'll let him slide considering he's either Swedish or Danish. I can't remember which, but I couldn't say duel in Danish or Swedish, so he's way ahead of me. But I was confused because I thought he meant in B, like spray duel, like the spray was good for 2, and not the fact that they just sprayed and whiffed at each other. That's kind of where I was confused. But I'm on track now, Launders. Don't worry.
Okay.
4 on 4.
Oh, is it like a mirror setup for both teams? I've got a player at each part where there's in this situation, like. Oh wow.
And that comes from lower B. Pushing in middle and now just running away. Victor gets a kill over at long. That's Max Zaki. I think the bomb's in the upper tunnels, so it wasn't spotted. That will allow Yezar, who peeks out, finds Spy Leader. Pretty much gives Spy Leader a taste of his own medicine about 10 seconds later in the round. And this car/closet position in B has been really, really strong recently. Dreamer just playing pretty much, that's like a random spot. You don't expect someone to be on top of that box. And it buys him that extra time he needs. He gets them both.
I think when Yezar saw that rotate over towards, like, last round they played 4 at A. I don't think they kept that in their memory because they didn't really have that info at A. Like, they had a Colin run up, but he didn't really spot too many players. But seeing when Yezar went to trade our player at mid when he went up to window, and he saw him peek in the tunnel, like, they might have been pretty quick to assume that no one else was in B. Either way, it was the right side to take, and all they had to do was trade 1 for 1. Wow.
No respect. Getting no respect on this round from E-Frag. Some Tech 9, some upgraded pistols, some armor comes out here for Sententia, and E-Frag just decided to go on a full mid push. And they will they take the whole team.
1 away. No, yeah. Sententia don't want to throw away rounds, like getting too risky when they don't need to. If they want to continue like their success that they've had in this half, E-Frag obviously are very capable of bringing it back if they need to. I think these mid duels are going to be important if they're not going to take anything quick, but it is going to be something quick. Yezar already out long. Are they going to leave him here? Does Spy Leader know he's at blue?
Yeah, I don't know if they've seen him cross. That could be a very strong position once one of those long players gets bored and tries to slide on through and get himself situated in a flank. And we can see both of these guys right now are just chilling on opposite sides of the blue bin.
Yezar knows where he is. He heard him jump up. So they've got so much info. They just needed to wait a little bit.
Did you notice that if you're crouched, jump, and then stand, you don't make any noise?
I don't think you make any noise on your screen. Do you know if it's not global?
Yeah, I tested it the other day. It's actually really broken.
Oh, Yezar!
It's actually really broken.
That.
Yeah, he did. He gets out. He gets aggressive. This time, Victor doesn't randomly peek from behind blue bin. He just waits for them to walk into the trap, and he will find the kill. And a 5-on-2. I think Sententia now. I mean, I definitely spoke too soon. I thought they would be able to win it. E-Frag, though, did have a good round to strike back. A very key round back in round 25.
Yazar F that up, man. He was walking up to the loop and exactly where he was, and then like quick switch 3 bullets in because he thought he got the headshot or something, and that could have been wildly different if not for that. Man, now it'll actually go to 14-14 based off that error. I mean, it could have been 5v4 otherwise, but I mean, he would have had a whole part of the map to himself with that kill, so. And now Sententia have to make a decision. Do we buy and play for the win?
I think that's a silly decision at 14-14, honestly. That decision makes a lot more sense when it's like 14-9 or 14-7. But when you're this close, you just go for that save and you just play that next rifle round. Yes, there's going to be a lot of pressure on that rifle round because it's, you know, win it or go home. But I think from what we've seen, if they can find their success they had early in the half, they would be able to get it. And that would take us into overtime here on map 1. Ooh, Molotov out. That was a very, very good one. Buying some time. NKL able to get that spray onto Colin. Somehow Reeston jumping through and now off of Cat. Whoa! Spy Leader is fortunate to have just hit that headshot while Percy was just falling right by him. So Yazar into the site. Oh, does get Dreamer in the back of the plant. That Tech 9 still very strong. But look at the bomb. It is just levitating outside of the B window. And now it will be thrown even further as Yazar goes to get it. Dies. And Bubble gets them all.
Wow, E-Frag about to seal this up. I mean, yeah, they did end up saving there, so well, it looks like Yazar is actually still low. Oh no, he just bought instantly, so yeah, everyone's gonna have the guns they want. And Sententia can really bring this to OT, no problem. They've done a good job in the half so far, but in the last 5 rounds, E-Frag just have one out, no questions asked. Have kind of done to them what was done to them in the first half of the half.
But the AKs, oh, and the lower B push. Oh, that nade not as disastrous as I thought it might be. Maxaki was the one, I guess, further back in this case, so he'd take some of that damage. Even pushing up towards the doors. That's NKL able to get a kill and get on out of there. Yazar hits his entry at long, so that'll keep it a 4-on-4. But now Bubble at Car somehow through the nade smoke. Probably didn't even see that. Just started getting hit himself. Decides to shoot. Really the only angle available, and it does connect. 4-on-3. Spy Leader pushing up, getting aggressive. Peeks out, brings down Yazar. Oh, Maxaki again on the trade. Even with that, at least E-Frag 1 man up. Reeston brings it to even. And NKL is low from his earlier kill in middle. Maxaki?
I think he was just listening.
Yeah, I guess he was. Or maybe thinking like, are we going A? Are we going B? Maybe he was just inspecting his knife. I don't know. Bomb will be dropped to Reeston. Now the call comes out. That the flank was there. Reeston is able to get that kill, and then these guys are low. Pretty much one shot to either of them. The Molotov goes, and that bomb has not been planted yet. Going down again now. Reeston will get it. Will he have expected NKL to have thrown that Molotov and backed off the catwalk? Looking at Reeston, he is still waiting for this catwalk push. Will his Spidey senses tingle? Will he turn around and check his 6? And it doesn't look like he will. There it is. NKL gets the final kill of the match. It'll be 16-14. E-Frag taking map 1, Dust 2. Very close for the record.
Yeah, I think Reeston should have been a little bit more weary there of another situation, but obviously the slow up cat could have been a problem if he just kind of walked across or just delayed a super long time. NKL obviously threw that incendiary and then went right into CT. And I see they fixed that Go TV lag. I thought it was going to OT.
Yeah, so did I. Sometimes I'm like so conditioned to expect it that then sometimes when I just lag, I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm like, wait a minute, it's like only 5-6 right now. Yeah. That happened the other day when it was a situation like this. I'm like, oh my god, it's over. Like, how's this guy with a deagle and no armor about to win a 1v4? And then like it doesn't happen. I'm like, oh man, I was so expecting a 1v4. But hey, that's just CS:GO and Go TV. That's how it works. conditions us casters into wanting crazy things. But that was impressive.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Infinity / Sententia Mortis. I mean,
They got a little
team I was
complacent,
always
though.
pretty. Yeah, they did.
I
That
think
was
it was a
their
little bit more
match.
exciting for us than it was kind of impressive or nice for them. Yeah, it was their match.
And they lost it, and that hurts to see. They will have another chance here on Inferno. That's coming up next year in the CEVO MLG Pro League Season 8. I'm Helium. With me is Launders, and we're going to go to a quick break. Actually, before we do, one thing about CEVO TV. If you want to become a part of CEVO TV, the production staff, we're looking for video editors. In particular, please help us. Video editors is definitely the number one, and then probably followed by producers, probably followed by in-game cameraman, and then still looking for some extra casters, but I mean, I'm also looking for all I can get, so maybe don't apply for that one. Just kidding. We need some casters as well. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick around.